looks at the question mark tier 3 premium battle tank, or should I say heavy, the... Where is it? Keep listing it. The IS-7. On the flying wow, here we were looking at a tank in Armored Warfare, another gift tank in Armored Warfare. This is the IS-7. It is more or less the last of the ISs, which was a series of Russian heavy tanks that replaced the KV-1 and the Russians used during World War II and the Cold War, kind of, sort of, based on what I know of Russia, which is not a lot. It's pretty much the biggest, heaviest of the ISs, but it never went to service or never went to production. So yeah. Now this is also, to my knowledge, the first heavy tank in Armored Warfare. It has been hinted at for over a year now. By the way, today is the 26th of October 2016. Been hinting at over a year. It was teased at a couple months ago, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago in the spring. And now it's finally in the game as a gift tank, which you would have gotten if you would have played the, game, played 5 matches and did damage in those 5 matches. Had it been through shooting, cannot been done anywhere else like ramming or spying damage. Before the 15th of October 2016. Yeah, and it was in between October 8th and an event started the 8th of October 2016. So you can see I did it. Luckily there were people playing at the time. So yeah. Like I said, the event was interesting, and by the way, not only that, for the first anniversary, they were having a ton of XP stuff, and a raffle of a premium tank T-64 AV Hunter. Which is a tier 5 premium tank. It's basically a T-62 with ERE all over it. Pretty much. Basically a up armor T-62. And I fought those things. Those things were tough to fight. We'll probably see some in this video, maybe. If we get really unlucky, because I just remember this is a tier 3. Now, like I said, this is a mean battle tank. It is not a heavy tank in the game. Not like it really matters all that much, because there are other main battle tanks that are like heavy tanks, you know, like Abrams and stuff like that. So yeah. And they also hinted on adding the M103, the pretty much the only American heavy tank to actually enter service, and T-29s as low tier tanks. But yeah, it's kind of, I want to say it's kind of unfortunate that they made this a gift tank instead of, you know, making it a tech tree tank. Although, where would they put it is a good question, because Shishkin is the obvious place to put it, and it's always branched off into 2 slots. Actually, as weird as it would be, it would kind of fit with, it could be a tier 3, where the bridge slot is, basically have the East European medieval tanks go like this, come back in and have, and basically give you a choice between the T-62A, or not T-62A, no, the T-62 or the IS-7. But anyway, let's go kill things. And then we'll see how well it does, and we'll go. And also get lucky tonight, about 6 people are playing. Then we'd be wondering if the event ended the 15th, why am I now recording this the 27th or the 26th of October? Well, 2 things. One, the tank was not released. Basically, it was kind of confusing for me and kind of, made me a little bit nervous about whether or not I would actually get the tank or not, being the fact that I did like 5 games, I did damage, but nothing happened. You did not get the tank, I did not get the tank, and I did not get an event through the notifications. So I wasn't quite sure if I got it or not. Then I looked at my garage the 15th of October. It wasn't there. Waited to the 17th, when I remembered actually that I should check, and it was there thankfully. So yeah, that's another system. I don't like it. What I wish it would do is I wish it would either have a mission type thing or just a notification saying, "Oh, by the way, you have it," so you would know you have it. So you know you have it basically. Because like I said, what you have to do to get this thing is play 5 games and do damage in those games. So yeah, and I did like 6 games, did no damage in 2 of them, or one of them. I forget what I did in the last one, but still, but I just barely got it. I would think. And the IS-7 gun does not fit on the screen. And by the way, I think the IS-7 is a tier 10 in Wolf tanks, and it's tier 3 in this game with it's tier 3 in this game with what? D54, which is a what, tier 9? Or no, T62, which is a tier 10. Then you got Leopard 1 is a tier 10 and 60 tier 10. Okay, yeah. Using the same tier system as Wolf tanks, just about. Unlike Local Bulldog, which is out of place, which would be out of place if this was Wolf tanks, which this is not Wolf tanks. Let's look at the gun. And they got a game without me, so I'll be right back once we get into a match. Because remember, this is a different one looks at, so yeah, me talking doesn't make much sense. All right, but anyway, so I'll be right back. And we're back, and it's been a year. Yeah, as you can see, the game has changed a lot. Okay, full match. 2 Oh, we got an IS-7 on our team. They got to from the 2 though. Alright, Fort Storm, that's fine. But yeah, it's been a year since I first started this video. And the reason for that being is A, for the majority of that year I couldn't find a match. And B, there's an update. In the update they got rid of the IS-7, or at least got rid of my IS-7. And a couple months after that, which I started recording this video.
Affirmative. Gunner, scan for target. Affirmative. Loader, ready up. Loader, AT.
And look how small the IS-7 is to fighting in IS-7. They call a Russian heavy tank in submarine development. Anyway, so like I was saying, the reason why it's been a year, and also the update got rid of the tank. I believe the reason why is because for some reason they're, instead of giving you everything, like when that happened, like when they updated the early access like part of it, or like halfway through, and then they gave you all your XP and credits back, and it was up to you how to use them, because they messed with the tech tree a whole lot. Well, they messed with everything again. And they got rid of the IS-7 for me. However, as you can see, it's back. But yeah, and that was a couple months ago. So yeah, and I'm still missing some of my premium tanks, like the Freedom Abrams, the Type 59 veteran. But yeah, we'll get to that bridge. We'll get there when we get there. So anyway, and also I should mention this is my 6th time recording this video, not just because the first part was, the first part took place a year ago, or well, just about a year ago, but also because I wonder why. But also because for some reason my mic audio didn't record. It's weird. But, there's a Type 59 veteran, but like my mic audio didn't record. I don't know why. My mic was unmuted. I know that for a fact. I knew that my mic was working because I tested it in Audacity. It wasn't working with with the external. Oh hello. Oh, that's not good. Ow. My front door's enemy. Side scraping, that's cheating. Unless you give me. Ow, we gotta get moving. It's there forever.
Identify target.
Gotcha. Ah! Yeah. All of our main battle tanks went to the north. Went not to the north. Went to the top left, really. I explain why those guys go away. This guy's go away with me. You see the legend? I mean, not veteran. Veteran is a T-54, I think. But your name, I just don't have you, so I think I'll just unlock them later because I have been getting periodic. I just been getting periodic credits and XP. So yeah. Alright, so I'll be right back once that ends that battle. Actually, no, before that, yeah, like I said, my mic got had to record. I hope it's recording now, I'm not quite sure. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but oh well. Alright, so I'll be right back when it's that battle. Alright, back out of battle. That was a good match, all things considered. I mean, that was my first match, but yeah. Alright, got defeat, yeah. We got 459 experience and 2,531 credits for doing a total number of 1,020 damage, 9 assists. Alright. Yeah, those are wingman performance. Those are the things we got. Or those are the things we shot. Alright, so bomb third again. I've been typically getting bomb third to IS-7. I think I've been getting matches where either my teammates did really well or they didn't do too well. But anyway, so now let's get you here. Now let's do a comparison with alpha damage. Well, let's go over the stats of the IS-7 first, then we'll do the comparison. Okay, it does for damage, for alpha damage, it does 520 damage with penetration of 250, which actually nowadays all the main battle tanks share that penetration. Same with the M60, same with the Leopard 1, same with the T62. They're all the same penetration, which is interesting. Now with the sustained damage, 2,612 damage per minute, 11.94 reload time, 11.94 reload time. Defense to 2,650 hit points, 150 front hull, and that's not counting the pike nose. So this is, if you're shooting an IS-7 from the front, don't shoot IS-7 from the front. However, when it says 150, it's not talking about the maximum. It's not talking about the maximum millimeter right there, or even right here, or right here, or right there. Neither there. It's talking about the maximum penetration, or maximum armor. We're looking at a complete flat, which I think you can't really do. It's not an IS-3, which is about right there. That's completely flat, and that's 150. And these are, I believe this is spaced, and that's 100. That's 100 in the back. So yeah, and also it has steel helmet composite, of course. It's a late World War II design, but was in action, not in action, but was in action early mid, maybe even late Cold War. Okay, maybe not late, but definitely late mid. It has 250 millimeters of frontal turret armor, so turret armor. So yeah, there's that, and 240 in the sides and 100 in the rear. So definitely someone's not a pushover. So yeah, mobility, and also this turret thing composition, of course. Mobility is 61.2 km, which is outstanding. Then 0 to 32 is 6.9 seconds. Vehicle mass is 68.003, which, by the way, when you're dealing with decimal points, you always want to say the entire thing, if you can, because otherwise it's inaccurate. Like, for example, if you say, okay, you got basically 0.235, and you say 0.2, that's inaccurate. You can get confused easily, so yeah. Alright, so utility, Camouflage, it's 10 all around. 385 view range and targeting. Gun depression and elevation is only 3. I believe that's. I think they're one of the right elevation. It could be all around. Oh yeah, from the rear. Yeah, that's what I thought it is. So yeah, that's front. That's rear. So yeah. Maximum deviation. Oh, that's what that meant. Okay, I thought that had to deal with the gun depression, but no, that's so deviation is basically the smallest basic accuracy. It's the smallest theoretical can get on the screen, which is 0.152. Mean time is 3.14 seconds, which is pretty good. And turret traverse is 15.15 degrees. Which, by the way, in case you haven't watched Armored Warfare in a while, or just watched just one looks at Armored Warfare, you don't know that they actually decreased the recoil sight substantially than what things is now. So basically, you can actually aim your gun now. I mean, still some random variances, but it's still pretty. But everything's insanely accurate now. Alright, by the way, so now we're going to do some comparables. First off, the dare comparison. Well, one of the comparisons. As you can see, I don't have the rest. For some reason, they didn't give me my T59 back. T59, not veteran, is it? But not veteran, but the Freedom T59, which actually is no more T59, I don't think. And also, they didn't give me back a lot of the objects. Freedom Abrams. But yeah, a lot of things are just thinking back to the let's see details. Object 430. Right down here. Then dealers. Their comparable would be a Russian tank. I mean, yeah, the Type 59. Yeah, Type 59's not in the tech tree anymore, which is weird. So Russian tank first. 62. Oh, oops. T62. Onto Wolfie was the other main belt. Actually, no. Next comparison after that would be Fang's Type 79 because it's Russian-esque. And then M60. And then Leopard 1. Alrighty, so that's all comparables. Yeah, I know. We're dealing with full tanks. We got so many comparables. We actually got too many. And I can't show them all pretty much, but Armored Warfare, I can still show all of them, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's get your sheet out. Make some room so you can see the tank in the background. Alright, so first off, Object 430. It does less damage, at same penetration. Damage per minute is more because it's faster load time. Hit points is less, but only by 400. Hull. It only has more armor in the front. Or the only time the Object 430 has more armor is when it's comparing its front to the sides and rear of the IS-7. That's unangled. Same hull composition. Turret. It's up. The front of the turret is almost as thick as the IS-7, but it's still thinner by what? 12 degrees. No, by 2 degrees. Yeah, by 2 degrees. However, the sides are weaker, but not are much weaker, and the rear of the Object 430 turret is not even worth mentioning compared to I-7. Turret composition is the same. The Object 430 is slower. It even has slow acceleration, but it's only by tenths of a degree. Well, it's only by tenths of a degree. Vehicle mass is half. Hull traverse is faster. Camouflage is more camouflage by 5%. View range is more by 5. Gun depression over the front is more, but only by 1. However, it has less gun depression over the rear by 2. Maximum deviation is .15, same as the IS-7. Aim time is faster than the IS-7. Turret traverse is faster than the IS-7. Moving on to the T62. Damage is less than IS-7. Penetration is less than IS-7. Oh, it actually is less than IS-7. Okay, because it's Russian. All right, so damage per minute is less than IS-7. Reload time is better than IS-7, but only by 10 a second. Hull armor is less than IS-7, and much less definitely in the rear. Position is the same. Turret, it's almost thicker than IS-7 by 10 degrees. However, the rest are much weaker, especially the rear. Turret on the T62 is still steel. The T62 is 10 km slower. Accelerates 2 seconds slower. But funnily enough, the IS-7 is a heavy tank. The T62 is a medium or maybe battle tank. The Eagle Mass is half of the IS-7's. Hull traverse is faster than IS-7. It is more stealthy than IS-7 by 4 degrees. The range is more than IS-7 by 5. Calibration is more than IS-7 by 3 over the front and by 1 over the rear. Maximum deviation is .16, so it's less accurate than the IS-7. This is more accurate. Actually, no, I think you want maximum deviation. Oh, maximum deviation, never mind. It's the opposite. Basically, it's the biggest your sight can get, right? Yeah, biggest your sight can get. Aim time is 3.15, so yeah, I would think that the IS-7 is bigger. No, the T62 is bigger because of the bigger number, right? Or a smaller number, by the way. Or, well, I gotta think about that more, but anyway, so, aim time is faster than the IS-7, turret traverse is faster than the IS-7, only by 1. Moving on to the Type 79, which shows less damage, same penetration, less damage per minute, but only by 100, faster reload time, but only by 1 second. Hull point is less, but it's still worth 2,000. Hull armor matches the side and rear of the IS-7. The front does, but the side and rear are much less. Well, albeit that the sides are a little bit less, not much less, but still. Hull composition is the same. Turret is only the front of the turret is only thinner by 50 millimeters. However, the side and rear are still thinner on the same way that the hull is. Maximum speed, it's slower than the IS-7. I should mention that the IS-7 only gets to 61.2 downhill. Anyway, so Type 79 is slower than the IS-7, is lighter than the IS-7, has less hull traverse than the IS-7, oddly enough, has less camouflage, has way more view range. Calibration is better by -6 all around. Yeah, I'm saying that calibration being 6 is a good thing. Well, it's a good thing when compared to anything lower, because basically six, basically -6 calibration is on the bare minimum for me usually. I usually don't like. I prefer 7 or 8 to be my minimum. But if I have to get 6, I have to get 6. And 3, it's just, But anyway, so, maximum deviation is the same, or just not the same. Aim time is faster than the IS-7, and turret traverse is faster than the IS-7. M60 does less damage, has thick penetration, has less damage per minute, has faster roll time. That's flexible now of it being 9.95 as opposed to the IS-7 being 11.94. Hull points is only 50 less than IS-7 because of America, and hull armor is only 42 less. or 48 less than IS-7. However, the size and then sides are 28 or 20 sides are 26 for 26 millimeter less, and the rear is much less. Same composition of the hull, turret, much less than IS-7 all around. Same composition of hull. Speed is 49, or is less than IS-7. Acceleration is less than IS-7. Mass is 20 less than IS-7, which is getting there. Or not 20 less, it's 2,000 less than that. Or yeah, it's 2,000 less than IS-7, which is getting heavy, but yeah. Ultraverse is less than IS-7. Camouflage is the same as IS-7. It's better view, has much better view than the IS-7. Has much better gun depression elevation. Has got much better gun depression than IS-7. Aside over the rear, which has less. Maximum deviation is the same as IS-7, more or less. Aim time is better than IS-7. Turret reverse is better than IS-7, way better than IS-7. And finally, Leopard 1. Leopard 1 does less damage, has same pin, has less damage per minute, has better reload time, has less hull points, has much less armor because it's Leopard 1. Still all around, same with the turret. Goes only 4 km faster than IS-7. Funnily enough, the only involved thing to go faster than IS-7 is the Leopard 1, when Leopard 1 was made for pure speed, whereas IS-7 is made for pure armor. Even better than the M60 and, well, all the rest, which is funny. Also, steroids better than the IS-7, is half as heavy as the IS-7, has much better ultraverse than the IS-7, has much better camouflage than the IS-7, or the best on the list, I think. View range is tied for the best. It's tied for best 100 meters. Better than IS-7, of course. Gun depression is amazing at 10 degrees over the front, but only 0 to the rear, which is terrible. Aim time is less than IS-7, and it has faster traverse than IS-7. All right. Now let's do a couple more matches. Why not? Actually, we did not give you, in the last delay, which I forget, which we did not give you the owner marks. You know, we didn't give you my marks, so let's do that. So put you over here. There we go. That's better. I know I was missing something. And you in the back. Where did you go? Oh, you go right there. Okay. If I equip, and these are camouflages. It doesn't have such. Wait, I saw people with camouflages in the game. Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's because it's the ones I own, right? That makes sense. Yeah, that looks a bit ugly. Alright, so now let's go in the game. But I mean, from the first recording, I know that I really do like the IS-7. It's just a really good tank. Which, by the way, I should tell you the story of the heavy tanks in Armored Warfare. Now, the IS-7 was not meant to be the first, or was not the first heavy tank to be announced for Armored Warfare. The first one to be announced was the M103, the American heavy tank, the one that was actually produced in the Cold War. That was going to be the first heavy tank in Armored Warfare. However, as you can see, it wasn't, and it's still not in the game yet. As in the only heavy tank in the game, well, you know, everyone considers the heavy tank because you got other things that you might want to consider everything, but the only for sure heavy tank is the IS-7, because it was IS-7. It was IS-7 when it was first designed, and it's it was a heavy tank when it was first designed, and it's a heavy tank now. So, and ran heavy tank. So yeah. But yeah, so basically the IS-7 is the first and so far only heavy tank to be in Armored Warfare. And it was released a year ago. Which I believe I had, actually, what do we go? We'll see where it goes. Got T-71.
Affirmative. Gunner, scan for target. Affirmative.
Yeah. Well, basically, the M103 was supposed to be the first heavy tank, but the IS-7 got that role instead. And it was basically an event where you're supposed it was supposed to be an event where you would yeah, let's go right. It was an event in which you had to A, log into Armored Warfare, and B, here's look how small we are compared to everyone else in this level 2. Oh, no one's going this way. I wonder why. But yeah. But basically you had to, I mean, it was an event where they more or less gave you the tank, but you still had to play, you still had to play a couple matches getting a certain amount of damage done in order to get the tank. And you only get the tank after the event was over, which led to, did I get the tank or not? Did I? I don't know, it's hard to tell, but as you can see, I got the tank. But yeah. We're in forest with the T-62's coming up here too. Yelling dirt one in. Oh, we're spy. That's not good. Spy by who and where is the question. Where you shot? Oh, there we go. Yeah, over there. Whoa, what? How can you shot from over there? Okay, let's mark it up. I was getting shot by one of them all the way over there, which I leaked out. But you know what? We got tons of turret armor. Did I just get shot? Or did someone try to shoot me from over here? But I remember we got tons of side turret armor, and it's sloped too. Don't see anybody. Oh no, we're spotted first. Oh, where'd you get over here?
Identify.
Aha! However, I don't have gun depression. And neither does T-62 friend. And no one's going to press that way, because remember, we have pike nose. If they can get us flat on, they got us. Okay, are we spotted? Oh, there's somebody. I see you. I see you. Ah, you got lucky. Actually, you probably had enough health. You did have enough health. Okay, you did have enough health. That was a scorpion, wasn't it? Or the later version? Okay, exactly where I thought they were. Spotted. Let's get out of the bush to see if we see anything. No. Remember, we gotta hold this side at all costs. Okay, hopefully it doesn't go into that. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy. No, I think my pike should be fine at this angle. Oh, there you are. Okay, get around. This is risky. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think there's many enemies over here, so we can cross the gap. I'm gonna regret this.
Identify.
What? All the way up there. No, that's not good. Oh no, that's C-62. Okay, don't care. He just hit my truck too. Let's see if anyone's over here. Wow. I knew this bad idea. Oh, hey, look, there you are. Lock on.
Target locked on.
Oh, you're going to have some. I'm going to have some fun with you. Ramming speed! Ah, it didn't do a whole lot. Oh, yes, it did. Yeah, you suck. Where? Oh, pinned. Or, retreat. Which? Thank you. Firstly, you expect something. Really? Oh, you can't expect most of it. That's, you're noisy. Thank you for stopping. Sheesh. Yeah, that wasn't worth it. That was not worth it. But it was nice to see what the ramming could do, but it shouldn't do too much. Alright, so don't ram it all over anymore, it doesn't work. That's good to know. Yeah, I should just stayed up there and jump in the hill and reversed out of there. But anyway, I didn't realize the roaming was not gonna be that effective. Alright, so anyway, that won't be it for the video, not yet. We can fit one more match. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so yeah, we fit on a match. I got a victory. Okay, so we got 661 for experience, and 333, or 336 credits. We're doing total number of 1,179 damage, 11 spots. Oh, that we got killed by T-72, right? I would definitely do it. I definitely overextended. Get me play 17 more, alright. Alright, so let's do one more match. I mean, the last couple of days, including the not really failed recording, it didn't fail. It's just it's just my mic wasn't working for some reason. Hopefully it's working now. But yeah, I mean, the last 3 days, I've just been unable to talk for some reason. Hence why I didn't record this yesterday when I did my Warfare video. So, as you can see, I'm talking fine now. I wasn't talking fine an hour ago when I was recording, probably because I just woke up, but yeah. I'm flying back to normal, as normal as I can be anyway. Alright, small match, good. We're top tier. Now, there's, Armored Warfare has a similar system to what Wolf Tanks has now, where you get 2 top tier tanks, mostly mid tier, and then maybe 1 or 2 bomb tier tanks, and all the tanks that balance around each other too, which is unlike Wolf Tanks, by the way. Alright, let's try this. It's a small match, you only got the small map. By 2 IS-7s and 2 LAV 90s. Oh, works too, alright. Versus, however, on their team, they have Object 430. Affirmative. Get up. Dude. Rock. Ah, that was clear. Momentum. Maybe not momentum. Show the way. You gotta go more towards the flag, oh well. Looks like the lights went there. I wish we went to refinery, which is where a nice thing should probably go. We're spotted. They could probably easily pin us. Oh, there they are. Yeah, IS-7 saw me. No, that's, we got damaged by LAV 150. So there, that guy went. probably go hold down. Nope, on one of these pillars. Oh, is that a friend? Would you stop firing your gun wasting ammo? Why is IS-7 can only carry so much? I assume it's still IS-7 and has tons of space, but still. Well, speaking of, IS-7 was the first Russian tank to really have a good driver space. As we said in the flag, where are they? Where are their mediums? And actually, IS-7 does have my favorite armor design of Russian tanks because again, it's just so roomy. Unlike every other thing that's preceded it, where the driver was recorded to be 5'5". Oh, there you are. It's fine.
Driver, crank it.
That was fast.
Affirmative. Gunner, scan for targets. Affirmative.
Do you got any visual? You're gonna have some.
My target. Hostile truck.
I was gonna say not really. Should aim better. Although I did move the mouse a bit to the left. Oh, you can't move the tracks damage. Not great. Yeah, you need to just go straight back. Ah. Alright, so I'll wrap the video up. Yeah, I mean, we just got surrounded, pretty much. Couldn't really do much there. Alright, so I'll be right back once that battle and we're with the video. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. Alright. We'll have 3 matches in this video? No. Yeah, I mean, it's been like 30 minutes. Alright, so, yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Alright, so what do you think of the IS-7? Well, it's amazing. I mean, of all the Russian tank designs, this is one of my more favorite ones, as is a lot of people, actually. Because, pretty much when people think of Russian tanks and think of the prototypes, the IS-7 is one of the ones that people, well, not prototypes, but the tanks that were in development, people think of the IS-7. IS-7 is definitely one of those more favorite vehicles, up there with, favorite in design vehicles, up there with like the Mouse, T985, Tortoise, and stuff like that. And I do like it too, actually, especially after playing I like it a lot in Armored Warfare. And like I said, it's my favorite of the Russian armor designs because it actually was room. Because the thing about Russian tanks, even today, is the fact that they are really insanely short. Which means, for example, Soviet Union had a policy in which the only people that could be tankers were people that were 5'5". For comparison, the US Air Force has a requirement of being 5'8". I'm 5'8". So, yeah, because of the planes are certain size. And the tanks in World War II well, just general tanks in general are just so tiny. Partially because, and they're made even smaller with their armor design. Like, for example, the T-34 has a slope like this, and a driver sits right here. So, if you try to put, like for example, the Chieftain, who is a Wolf Tanks historian, he goes inside tanks and just looks at them, and just goes over how they function and how they function for the crews. He actually got inside of a T-34-85, and he won in the size comparison. It's just and he's like 6 something. So yeah. However, the IS-7 is the only the only Russian tank with sloped armor that actually has room. Actually is of a good size inside. Despite, of course, it being smaller than most tanks, even still. But yeah. And even the Russians and even the Soviet soldiers point that out when they got a chance to eat inside of a Sherman, which is all sorts of roomy and very comfortable, and actually the Sherman actually cares for its crews, unlike Russian tanks which just don't care. You know, they were shocked about how nice it is. Sure, yeah, the Sherman has more armor, but it's not sloped, whereas the T-34 is less armor, but it is sloped, but still. And also, Sherman said, what, had better kill. Well, I mean, there were a lot less Shermans lost in the war, and even less crew lost in the war. So yeah, lost in the war too. Whereas T-34s were lost in droves because the Russian government didn't know how to use tanks. They just sent them en masse and expected it to work. So yeah, even the greatest tanks don't work when the tactics suck. So yeah, but you know, the IS-7 is a really good tank, and if there's ever another event, which has only so far been one, to get the IS-7, just by I mean IS-7 GTX, I would highly suggest getting one. It's a really good tank. So yeah, or if you see it for sale, I would also just suggest getting it. All right, so anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a